What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Third and Goal. We got a delicious episode for you today. I'm Hank Davidson.
I'm Henry Davison.
And we're going to start this episode out by going, it's halftime, and Notre Dame's playing a close one. 27-0. Putting the Goosers on them. Man, they're looking good this year.
They are.
Let's go to the championship. Write it out, baby. All right, guys. So first of all, we're going to apologize to Chase for picking the wrong fantasy player for you. Gordon had a great game. He did pretty solid, but Brown tore him up.
Brown did
So,
tore him
Chase, we're so
All right.
sorry. Give us another chance. Give us another question. Everybody give us questions. We'll be happy to answer them all. So we're going to start out today with our 4 picks against the spread. And as of last week, I passed up my colleague here. He went 0-4.
I had a bad week.
0-4. I am now sitting at 3-5, which is still pretty terrible if you ask me.
Yeah, it's really terrible, but
Henry, where are you at? 2-6.
2-6.
2-6. We're gonna do better against the spread this week. I did really good in my office picks. I only lost a couple, so picking head up, I got this.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I won my office picks.
So we're gonna go into our 4 picks. Start us off.
All right. Well, I got Cincinnati at Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay at Cincinnati.
Cincinnati's home, and they are 4 points. Cincinnati has to beat Tampa Bay by 4 points.
I think they're gonna take that.
I do too.
I picked the Eagles.
The
It's
Eagles.
gonna be an awesome game
That's
in London.
That's going to be an awesome game. Jags don't lose in London, and Eagles don't lose to Jags in London.
Sorry, I was just fixing my sock. Thanks, everybody. I've got Eagles going to cover that by 3.5. I think they're going to beat them by a touchdown, so I think they're going to cover the Jags, beating 3.5. Jags' pass defense has been looking pretty shoddy lately, in my opinion.
And Eagles' running offense looks like pretty shoddy, too, so...
Go back into your next pick, Henry. What do you got?
I got Washington at Giants.
Okay, if you're a betting man or woman, bet on the Redskins because they only got to cover 1.5.
1.5.
1.5. I had to pick the Redskins on the spread there too. Giants are... Woo!
Stinky.
I can smell them from here.
I can too, across the country.
That's almost as bad as the Raiders. Oh, by the way, last week I did have a bonus pick that I didn't talk about. The bye week was supposed to cover the Raiders by 10, and they did do that. Bye week beat the Raiders by 13.
Wow. Way to go, Raiders.
Way to go, bye week. Still a Raider fan till I die. We've had good seasons and bad. Anyway, I'm going to jump into my next pick since we both did pick Washington to cover that 1.5 in New York. I don't think that's going to even be a close game.
No, I don't either.
It is divisional, but anyway, I've got Seattle at a 3-point dog.
Seattle at a 3-point.
Seattle at Detroit. I think they win that game outright, though in our straight-up picks, you did pick Detroit.
I did pick Detroit.
I've got Seattle going to win that game outright, honestly. Mark it down right now. I picked Seattle.
Okay.
+3.
All
Henry,
right.
next pick.
I got Baltimore at Carolina.
What's the spread on that one?
2.5.
2.5. I think Baltimore covers that 2.5.
I do too. I think Baltimore.
Baltimore's looking real good.
They are. Their
underrated.
defense
I
is.
think they're underrated.
Their defense is stopping
If they
them.
can get their kicker hitting extra points, it might be a different story.
I know he's the best kicker in the league, the most accurate kicker. I don't know why.
He'll hit you 50-yarders all day long with that extra point. I'll get to you. First missed extra point ever. I got to give him crap for that. Tucker, still got much love for you, brother. My next pick, I'm going to go with the Packers at Rams, and I think that's going to be an awesome game.
That is going to be an awesome game.
Got a lot of points to cover. 8. I think the Rams win by 10. If the Rams do end up winning by 10, that covers my 8 points. So that would be my last pick. Who's yours?
I got 49ers.
He's a closet 49er.
Oh, yeah, totally.
How about them Cowboys? They lost.
Well,
49ers.
They gotta cover 2 points. Less than a field goal they gotta cover. A safety.
That still puts you at a tie, which is a loss.
Yes.
So they got to win by a field goal.
But they're keeping up with teams even though they're on their backup quarterback.
They play Arizona. I mean,
yeah, they do play Arizona, but they have been keeping up with teams, and They just can't finish it. So I think this game they're going to finish it, and they're going to cover the spread.
I think they can beat the Cardinals. I think it's going to be a good game. Not a game I'm too interested in watching, but I'm a football fan, and I flip through all the games. So thank you, Red Zone. Thank you, all the games that I get. And hold on. What's that? Smells delicious in here. I'm smelling blueberry cheesecake by one of our sponsors. It is a Scentsy, authentic Scentsy items and products at www.brycejohnson.scentsy.us. Bryce, B-R-Y-C-E, Johnson.scentsy.us. Great deals, guys. Go on, check it out. Shop online. I love the Scentsy stuff that we have. Room sprays. Makes my office, even though that we are in an unfinished office down in the basement, it is quite lovely down here. I want to talk about two fantasy players that I've picked and he has picked. Henry, why don't you start us off?
All right, I'll start us off. I got Juju Smith-Schuster against the Browns. Schuster against the Browns. It's always a
shoot. Can drive now.
I can't. I can always. It's always a shootout game between them. So it's going to be run, pass. It's not going to be one team's going to get up by a lot. So I think Houston's going to tear that game up and get some touchdowns.
That's a good game to watch. Always, it doesn't matter record-wise. Those two teams do not like each other, and it's always fun to watch no matter what happens. I still think Pittsburgh handles them pretty good.
I do too. Let's not end in a tie this week.
Or overtime. How many overtime games does the Browns play? Like one every week or something?
Yes.
I was hoping for another tie. That'd have been awesome.
That would be funny.
My player I've got is a player that not a lot of people pick at this position, but I do think that if you've got him on your roster, you should start him, which is Jimmy Graham. I know I picked the Rams to win by 10, meaning Packers are going to have to pass a lot.
They're going to have to pass.
Rams, believe it or not, as hardcore as that whole team is as a whole, their middle of the field is a little soft.
It is soft.
They don't cover the tight end like the best of them, and I think Jimmy Graham is going to come out in the tight end position. I think he has a big day. I would love to see 17 points out of him in a full point PPR, 12 standard, but I mean that's a lot of points for tight ends. But we'll keep our fingers crossed, and I'm picking Jimmy Graham.
And I got James White. I just think in this game against the Patriots Patriots at Buffalo. I still think.
Henry, you're struggling.
I'm struggling, but I do think the Patriots are gonna put the smack down, and I think they're just gonna run.
I don't think that's close. I've got it 38-13.
I got it 28-13.
Either way, that's still a blowout.
That is a blowout.
Monday night.
So I think James White and Sony Michel are gonna split the carries, and
Sony's out.
Sony's out. They ruled him out.
Sony's been hurt.
Oh, he's been hurt. So I think
it's all James White.
James White is gonna tear. I think it's gonna tear the Buffs up.
I've got Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd.
I really could use a big game out of Tyler Boyd since in the fantasy league that we don't manage together, I play you again.
Oh, well.
Oh, before I get into Tyler Boyd, let's tell our viewers how our first game went.
Oh, it was lovely. His players averaged every single 125
I got
points.
about 30 to 40 point full point PPR out of almost my whole entire team. I was just shy of 200 points. 200.
My last player in that week 1 was Todd Gurley. I needed like 70 points for him to win. And don't get me wrong. He did get like 24, 25 points. He did
just left him just shy by about 70 points that he lost by.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get this win next week.
That was I will say some knock on some wood here. My best fantasy game, standard scoring, full point PPR. I did score almost 200 points against him. I did have to put that out to our viewers because you didn't come close.
I did not.
And he scored a lot of points. He was in like the 130s. It's not terrible. So I'm picking Tyler Boyd. I do have him on my fantasy team. I think he's got a good matchup. Soft pass defense. Tyler Boyd, Bengals. Bucks are going to get thrown on.
Yeah, the Bucks are going to get thrown on.
Big Red's going to get him the ball. AJ Green's going to have a big game. I'd like to see AJ Green taper off just because I am starting Tyler Boyd. I'd like to see at least close to 20 standard point, full point PPR.
Joe Mixon's going to have a lot of touches in that game.
Joe Mixon is a good running back.
He is.
Guys, wrapping this up. I do want to get back to the Notre Dame game. Hope you have any questions. I'd love to answer for you. Give us your 4 picks against the spreads. No one's played against us yet. We are starting to get some fantasy questions. I would love to answer them for you. Henry, what else you got?
Well, good luck in all your fantasy teams. Good luck to your football teams. Hope they all get the wins. And
except for yours. I hope yours gets the loss.
no, I need mine to get the win.
We are on the second half of the fantasy season now, guys. If you play in a 14-week season, playoffs starting in week 15, which most leagues are, some are not. But I do have my colleague here, and Hank is going to put the smack down to Henry again. I do have some players on a bye that I really think is going to hurt me. We'll touch on that before we close this video out. I do have Julio Jones on a bye. I have Zeke Elliott on a bye. So I've got 2 of my bell cows buying this week while I play him. So had to put Nick Chubb in. So I'll throw that out there. Chubb is
Chubby Chub.
one of my little chubby chubs that I've got. Tough matchup against a stout run defense. So
I've got Keenan Allen and
Allen, Mr. 12.
Mr. 12.
Mr. 12 points every week.
Yeah, every week, 12 points. And I got Calvin Ridley on the bye. And that is all my buys.
All right, guys. Let us know how your teams are doing. Keep us informed with what you've got. Questions, picks, spreads. Let us know. Guys, this is Third and Goal. Like, subscribe. We'll see you in a couple days.